the last few years, guys, New Balance has brought a lot of variations for this 327, which most definitely it's one of the most nicest releases coming from them in the last couple of years, which will not be a retro, but now at the beginning of fall, at least here in the UK, they introduced a slightly small update for this upper, which in my opinion is actually looking quite nice. Guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please ensure you're gonna press the like button and maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. In today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at a slightly refreshed design for the very well-known New Balance 327. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, as this one is gonna be a double unboxing today. So these ones will come in this gray box, which will have the NB here on the lid. So let's go ahead and take them out. So the first one which we're gonna have a look at today, guys, will be this New Balance 327 in this Juniper colorway. Let's go ahead and also take the second one out, guys. So the second one for today will be the same 327 in this Mercury Blue colorway. So yes, guys, as I've just said, the 327 got a very minor update for this upper. The paneling actually look quite the same, but as you can see, these ones are slightly longer past that stitching. So in my opinion, this one it's actually a very interesting update, which will also use some slightly more premium materials, but I need to admit that the 327 are already getting as standard quite good materials in general. So this two color combination which we're gonna have a look at today, I actually managed to take them from End Clothing. To be honest, I didn't find this one on New Balance, but it might be different in your region. So this one will retail, at least here in the UK, for the price of £110, which will be around 130 US dollars, which most definitely it's still a decent pricing, and considering that the materials for this one, guys, are actually quite good, for sure I would say that this one will be a very nice cop. So since this one is still quite new on the market, I would say that since it actually appeared, this range had quite good color blocking and materials as well. But for sure I would say that this one will be slightly on the more premium side, as it's gonna have a very nice and thick suede material, which will sit on top of this material, which seems to be a combination between a jeans and a canvas material. So for sure I find that this one in both the colorways are actually looking quite nice. So let's go ahead and also do a breakdown of this one, guys. So as you can see, for this upper, as I just said, we're gonna have two materials. One of it will be this canvas and jeans materials, which on top will have this suede overlays, which will actually have a very thick cut. So for sure that's why I feel that this one is quite premium. So the paneling are actually the same as a normal pair of 327, but past this actual stitching, this one will be slightly a bit longer. And for sure I like this design a lot. It really feels that this one is updated, even though it just has slightly longer materials. So as usual, in the midfoot on the lateral side, we're still gonna have the very famous N logo, which will be a rubberized one. So for sure I feel that this one is actually looking quite nice. As in for the actual lacing system, this one will still have your normal punch out holes, which will keep in place these very flat off-white laces. And just underneath these laces, guys, we're gonna have this nylon tongue, which underneath will have a good amount of foam. And at the top, as you can see, we're gonna have this oversized tag with the NB logo. Going now inside of the shoe, guys, for this lining we're gonna have this felt material, which will have a decent amount of padding, but most definitely I find that it could have been slightly more. And at the bottom, as usual, we're gonna have this thick foam insole, which will have this NB logo imprinted here at the heel section. So one thing which I forgot to mention, guys, is that here on the medial side we're gonna have this New Balance stitched, which actually looks quite nice. And if I'm not mistaken, for previous releases that was actually painted. So now, guys, we can go to this already well-known foam midsole, which will have the same design, so nothing changed here. And most definitely, by having this staggered design, I feel that this one it's actually giving a very good stability, and in the same time it's also quite squishy, so I would say that this one it's actually a very comfortable one. So now, guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole, which will have this lugs design. So yet again, nothing changed to a normal pair of New Balance 327. And as the actual midsole is actually staggered, you can see that the actual cover for this rubber outsole, at least for the front, it's actually quite wide. So yet again, I would say that this one will also have a good grip alongside the very good stability from this staggered midsole. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for me, as I have a skinny fit, for this one I just went with my true to size, and this one fits me just fine. And I would say that it's gonna be roughly the same for people with normal fit, but just in case you have wide fit, guys, most definitely I would suggest you to go with at least a half size up, just to make sure that this front part of the shoe, which is actually quite pointy, is not gonna be too tight for you. So overall, guys, these brand new two color combinations, which will also use some slightly better materials for this New Balance 327. In my opinion, I feel that they're actually looking quite good, and as I just said, the materials are actually quite good as well. And I would say that for the retail price of just 110 pounds, these ones are actually a very nice drop. And I really hope that they will actually bring some more color combinations. So I would say that by updating slightly this upper, guys, for this 327, most definitely this one is still looking quite good. And even though this one it's relatively still a new release on the market, I would say that the 327 is one of the most interesting one out there. As you might know, New Balance, it's bringing most of the times those dad shoes, which I'm not saying they are ugly, but most definitely not everyone is a fan of those retro designs. So by having this 327 on the market, most definitely they are staying up with the times. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this brand new refreshed design for this New Balance 327. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm gonna review in the next few days. And as always, I'll see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.